Here's a few movies to check out this week, currently on Netflix Instant. Horror comedy, Deathgasm. A group of teenagers in a metal band accidentally use a series of notes that's designed to resurrect something called the Blind One, an evil entity that wants to take over the world. Once most of the town turns into zombies, they realize what they did and try to do everything they can to send it back. The movie does have a Shaun of the Dead vibe. Now, it's not as good as Shaun of the Dead, but it does have its own things that it does differently, that it does well. A unique horror comedy that's not as good as I had hoped, but still good in its own way. Drama, The Lovely Bones. The movie's about a girl who's dead and in purgatory, and she's watching everything that her family's going through after her death, and also keeping tabs on the guy who killed her. When the movie came out, it got trashed, and I never quite understood why. The acting was good, the story was good, and the only thing that I thought was off was the CGI in some of the purgatory scenes. I didn't feel that the CGI was bad, it's just it was like really heavy-handed CGI. And I didn't chalk that up to them being lazy. I kind of chalked it up to the movie supposedly being in purgatory, and everything was kind of supposed to be a little bit more fantastical. I personally loved it. I thought it was heartfelt. I thought that it was very well acted, and Stanley Tucci was an amazing bad guy. Action, Lethal Weapon. Murtaugh, an older cop who's getting ready to retire, is partnered with Riggs, a cop who pretty much has a death wish. The two of them team up to stop a vicious gang of drug dealers. This is one of those action movies like Die Hard where it's just perfect. Everything was firing on all cylinders. You had Richard Donner's outstanding directing, you had Shane Black's outstanding writing, you had the chemistry between Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, and then you have a younger Gary Busey as Mr. Joshua as just a fantastic villain. One of the best action movies of all time. TV, Sliders. Sliders was a show that had a fairly interesting history. It started its 5-season run on Fox, and about halfway through, it ended up going to the Sci-Fi Channel, and over time, they were losing cast members, and finally at the end, on the last season, they actually lost their main cast member. It's about a kid named Quinn Mallory. He's figured out a way to travel to alternate universes. Him and a group of people accidentally go through the portal, and they end up in an alternate universe. And when they go to come back, they find out that they've come back to a different Earth. So the entire premise of the series is them jumping from alternate universe to alternate universe, trying to find the correct Earth to get back to. The show in the beginning was really blatantly ripping off Quantum Leap. Every episode, they'd go to an alternate universe and find something there that was wrong, and they had to fix it before they were able to move on to the next world. Thankfully, I believe it was sometime in the second season when they got past the whole Quantum Leap thing, and they were basically going from planet to planet, or should I say alternate universe to alternate universe, and they were just trying to survive. While the early shows were good, I thought that when they made that transition is when the show really took off. That's all I got for this week. I'll see you next time.